Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital early spoilers August 4th to 8th. Michael's shocking betrayal and Jason's intense stalking drama. On Wednesday, July 30th, we have Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, opening her home to Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, for as long as she needs. We saw her bring her home already, but it looks like it's an open-ended invite at Liz's house because Willow is not going to go back to Drew Kane Quartermaines, Cameron Matheson, or Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watt-Rose. Willow tells Liz that she knows in the light of day after the bad day she had that going to Carly Corinthos Spencer's, Laura Wright, the night before was a huge mistake. And somebody hires Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst. Now I suspect that might be Willow. Could be Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, but he was kind of already repping her. So I tend to think it's Willow. Rick may see this as an opportunity to really show up and impress Liz, play hero, help Willow since Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, is Drew's lawyer. Obviously, she's not going to use him for any custody stuff. General Hospital spoilers. Michael backs out. Michael makes a big decision. Of course, Willow begged to see the kids and she did what he asked. She dumped Drew, but it looks like Michael's going to go back on his word. He tells Jason he doesn't think that he can risk letting Willow see the kids. He thinks she's completely unhinged and is going to freak them out on General Hospital. Nina makes a play. She tells Rick she would make a deal with the devil if it would help her daughter. So, could be Nina hiring Rick as well. Obviously, she's looking for a way to get what Willow wants, which is her kids. And I do agree that's probably the best way to get Willow to forgive her is to help get those kids back. General Hospital spoilers. Nina's in for a shock. I also think that Nina may be in for a rude awakening since Michael told Carly about the Drew and Nneka fling and Carly flipped out because she realized very quickly if Nina had come out with that weeks and weeks ago then this Willow and Drew thing wouldn't have gotten nearly as far and she is accurate. Carly thinks she's a selfish liar. So Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, gets an update from Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner. I'm guessing that he's going to tell her about Willow dumping Drew at the altar and why it happened. I do wonder if Curtis is going to tell Trina that he's the one who told Willow. And I also wonder if he does if Trina might let that slip to Kai Taylor, Jens Austin Astrup. Because that would be pretty interesting because we know he has no problem tattling to Drew if he thinks he needs that info. General Hospital spoilers. Kai sets the record straight. Kai talks to Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, and makes it clear to her that Drew did not ruin his relationship with Trina. He says he did it. However, at the same time, I know that he feels like he did the right thing because he was exposing someone planning to lie about his boss. Laura Weber, Jeannie Francis, tells Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, she thinks she's making a terrible mistake. And I think that that's Lulu trying to keep Rocco Falceroni, Finn Francis Carr, away from Lyle Albrecht, Kathleen Gotti, when he's the one who went looking for her. We also know Lulu doesn't listen. So I think Laura is wasting her breath. General Hospital spoilers. Key character developments and plot twists for July 30th to August 1st. On Thursday, July 31st, Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, has some advice for Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna. He may be talking to her about his concerns about Rocco and Albrecht. Or this may be about him wanting to confront Jocelyn about possibly working at the WSB, which they think she is. Emma Scorpio Drake, Braden Bruner, confides in Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza. This is likely about her Hank Dalton, Daniel Goddard, plan. She really wants to expose this guy. Carly has some concerns and she voices them to Joss. That's a lot of topics to cover. It could be about her dating Vaughn, Bryce Durfee. It could be Carly talking about the Lucas Jones, Van Hansis, versus Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, drama. Maybe about Willow's craziness after the wedding blew up and how it's affecting Michael. General Hospital spoilers. Jason turns to Liz. Jason stops by to see Elizabeth and asks her to help him. And I wonder if it's going to be about Britt Westbourne's, Kelly Thibault, or about Willow. Maybe Jason's going to try and get her to, get Willow to just back off and let Michael cool down, let the situation cool down, show that Willow can be chill. Or it could be Jason asking medical questions about Britt's death or her Huntington's disease and where it might have progressed to. Now Willow is on a mission. I'm sure it's to get Wiley Quartermaine Corinthos, Vyron Weaver, and Amelia Grace Corinthos, Sequoia and Serenity Mork Mako, back. She knows she messed up going to Carly's when she was out of control. But Willow is not going to let anything stop her, and she is way darker now than she ever was thanks to all that time spent with Drew. General Hospital spoilers. Friday, August 1st. Jason confides in Anna. On Friday, August 1st, Jason goes to see Anna and shares some things with her. And Jason may be telling Anna that he thinks Britt is alive and that he may know where she is. And if the subject of Croatia comes up, I wonder if that will ring any bells for Anna. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, demands answers. Now, she has a meeting with Ava Jerome, Maura West, this week, so that could be it. Or it could be her grilling Drew about what the heck did you subject your daughter, Scout Kane, Cosette Abinante, to? General Hospital spoilers. Dante grills Danny. Dante has questions for Danny Morgan, Asher Jarrett and Tonneson, and Dante might be asking Danny if he knew Rocco was talking to Albrecht and planning to see her. Plus, Emma works on a scheme with Gio, and again, I think this is about breaking into Dalton's lab because she stole Vaughn's keys, I'm sure, for that exact purpose. Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, has some advice for Lucas as this week ends, and it might be about what he's going through with Carly and Sonny. Upcoming General Hospital storylines. Intrigue, revenge, and family drama from August 4th to 8th. The week of August 4th through the 8th, I think Marco Rios, Adrian Anchando, and his father, Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, are probably going to be plotting on how to deal with the Sonny problem. The Teflon Don really stirred the hornet's nest by taking Marco because Sidwell was very protective of him. But he also kept Marco out of his business, and Marco wasn't playing dirty. And now he is all in. And he's a smart guy who knows the law, and he is working in the same firm as Sonny's lawyer. So he could probably get access to some legal stuff that might really hurt Sonny. General Hospital spoilers. Nina in shambles. Nina leans on her Aunt Lyle, who of course is going to comfort Nina, and they may plot to make sure that Drew is gone for good out of Willow's lives. I believe we can expect Rocco Falceroni to rebel against his parents over this Albrecht issue. Laura advised Lulu against throwing out ultimatums and things like that. But again, Lulu never listens to anyone. I think Laura is wasting her breath. Just to be clear, Drew is quite determined to get revenge on those he feels wronged him. Chad Duell has been walking a razor's edge for weeks. Between Drew's volatile behavior and Sonny's deepening paranoia, Michael has tried to play peacekeeper, but deep down, the guilt from his past choices still gnaws at him. Ever since his role in turning against his father came to light, Michael has been desperate to rebuild trust. But this week, a secret recording threatens to shatter everything. During a tense meeting at Aurora, Michael discovers a hidden audio file buried in Drew's encrypted drive. One that captures Jason's voice discussing Sonny's latest shipments. What's worse, the file includes traces of Michael's own name, twisted to sound as though he's been working against his father again. Rage, confusion, and dread hit him like a tidal wave. Who planted it? Was it Drew, playing a dangerous double game? Or someone else trying to pit father and son against each other yet again? Willow, Caitlin McMullen, tries to calm him, but Michael's eyes are cold. "I've been made to look like a traitor again," he mutters, his voice cracking. And this time, it's going to cost someone everything. Jason's uneasy instincts. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, has been on edge since his return from that mysterious retreat. What was supposed to be a period of clarity and distance has instead ignited paranoia. He's been noticing someone watching him, a shadow figure lingering just out of view, in alleys, near his penthouse, even outside Sonny's warehouse. At first, he thought it was a trick of the mind. The trauma, the guilt over Britt, the chaos since his resurrection, it all plays tricks. But now, he's certain. Someone is stalking him. In true Jason fashion, he says nothing to anyone, not even Carly, Laura Wright, who's been desperate to rebuild their friendship. He moves silently through the city, retracing his steps, checking his car for trackers, his apartment for bugs. One night, while leaving the docks, he catches a glimpse of a silhouette darting behind the crates. He gives chase, cornering the figure near Pier 52, but when he pulls his gun and demands they reveal themselves, the person vanishes into thin air. The only thing left behind is a torn scrap of a photo, of Jason, Carly, and Michael. Jason's blood runs cold. This isn't just a stalker. It's personal. Carly's unraveling trust. Carly, meanwhile, is beginning to feel the cracks forming around her. She's been juggling too much, Her new business venture with Nina's name still echoing through every whisper in town, and her uneasy alliance with Sonny as they navigate their fractured family. When Jason shows up at her door late at night, drenched from the rain, she can sense it instantly. Something's off. His normally calm eyes are wild, his jaw tight. "There's someone watching me," he confesses quietly. "And whoever it is, they know about us." Carly stiffens. "Us?" Jason hesitates before nodding. "Everything. You, me, Michael. All of it." Carly's stomach twists. She remembers the anonymous messages she's been receiving for weeks. Cryptic phrases like, "You can't hide loyalty," and "He'll choose blood over you." She brushed them off as spam, but now, she looks at Jason and whispers, "What if it's someone from the inside?" The betrayal comes to light. Days later, the pieces collide. Michael confronts Jason at the Metro Court, slamming a printed transcript of the audio file on the table between them. "You want to tell me why my name is in this?" he demands. "You're setting me up, Jason. Just like before, just like everyone else." Jason is stunned. He scans the paper, his voice low and steady. "Michael, this isn't me." "Then who?" Michael snaps. "Because Drew swore he didn't touch this. And Carly's been lying to me for weeks about meeting you at night. You expect me to believe this is just another coincidence?" Jason's silence doesn't help. His mind races through the pattern. The stalker, the missing photo, the manipulated file. This isn't random. Someone's orchestrating every beat, forcing them all to turn on each other. "I think someone wants you to believe I betrayed you," Jason finally says. "But it's bigger than us. They're setting up the entire family." But Michael's already too far gone. "Save it," he growls, shoving the file back into Jason's chest. "Whatever game you're playing, I'm done being a pawn." The stalker strikes. That night, as Jason drives through the rain-soaked streets of Port Charles, his instincts kick into overdrive. He spots headlights trailing too close, mirroring his every turn. He cuts down a back alley and kills his engine, but the other car stops too. He steps out, gun drawn, and approaches. The driver's side window rolls down halfway. For a heartbeat, Jason freezes. Behind the wheel is a face he hasn't seen in years, one that was supposed to be dead. "Miss me?" the figure says, smirking. Lightning flashes, and Jason's jaw tightens as realization hits like a bullet. This isn't just a stalker. It's the person who framed him, tore his family apart, and nearly destroyed Michael's life years ago. Michael's crossroads. Back at the Quartermain mansion, Michael sits alone in the study, the storm raging outside. He's torn between fury and regret, between his need to protect his family and his fear of becoming like Sonny. Willow enters quietly, setting down a glass of whiskey beside him. "Whatever's going on," she says softly, "don't let it turn you into the person they're trying to make you." Michael looks up, eyes glistening. "You don't understand, Willow. I think I already am." He doesn't see the figure standing outside the window, watching, waiting. The same one who taunted Jason hours earlier. The stalker smiles faintly, holding a second torn photo, this one of Michael, Sonny, and Willow, and whispers, "Family always eats itself first." What's next in Port Charles? As dawn breaks, nothing in Port Charles will be the same. Jason's mysterious stalker returns to the shadows, ready to strike again. Michael's trust in his father, mother, and Jason hangs by a thread. Carly is pulled deeper into a secret she can't control.